Ken Smith's family owns Cool Lawn Farm in Fauquier County, where he milks more than 500 cows each day. In 2013, this fifth-generation Virginia dairy producer took steps to boost his business by opening Moo Through, an ice cream retail store.
So we started the planning about 10 years ago, and 8 years ago, in June 1st, we opened up Moo Through. And thank the Lord, it's been a great success. We're #1 ice cream in Virginia. And we're Virginia finest, and we've been touted by Virginia Living and Northern Virginia Magazine, and even Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream listed us #1 in Virginia.
While the ice cream business has been good, Smith and other dairy farmers across the country have seen their fluid milk business decline. They face global competition from other countries producing milk, including new Chinese tariffs on U.S. dairy products. Meanwhile, U.S. milk consumption has declined. In the 1970s, a typical American drank about 30 gallons of milk a year. But the Department of Agriculture estimates that average has now dropped to about 18 gallons a year. Part of that shift comes from some consumers choosing almond milk and other nut or plant-based beverages.
FDA recognizes a lot of different issues with agriculture industry. So they set forth a law that said the standards of identity for milk came from a mammary gland, and now we have different products that are relabeling their product as milk, whether it be nut milk, rice milk, soy milk, almond milk, and all the likes, and they're really not milk.
Plant-based beverages can be made from macadamias, almonds, quinoa, peas, rice, coconut, oats, soy, walnuts, or cashews. Consumption of these plant-based beverages has risen sharply, jumping 9% to 1.6 billion last year. From 2012 to 2016, national sales of conventional cow's milk fell 8%, resulting in a drop of $884 million in farm income each year, according to the USDA.
We've lost 1/3 of the dairy farmers in the United States in the last 6 months. Wisconsin loses 5 dairy farmers every single week. In Virginia, we're losing 2 or 3 every single week. The economy is strengthened by dairy farm families out here working for a living and putting that money back in the local economy. That's what dairy farming has been, and that's what it always will be.
The Food and Drug Administration has announced that it will prohibit makers of almond milk and other non-dairy alternative drinks from labeling their products as milk. The new regulations are due in the next 12 months. FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb says the agency recognizes some consumers may prefer to use plant-based products instead of dairy for a variety of reasons that include allergies or lifestyle choices. But he added that it's the FDA's responsibility to, quote, ensure that the labeling of such products does not mislead consumers, especially if this could compromise their health or well-being. Marketing experts and dairy farmers believe alternative milk products are confusing consumers who mistakenly believe that they have more nutrition than cow's milk. But while consumers have every right to choose alternative beverages for their own reasons, health experts say better nutrition is not one of them.
Typically, when you're looking at almond milk, coconut milk compared to milk, you're going to find it usually has less protein in it. So that's a fact. It usually has less carbohydrates in it. Most of the calories that are coming from it typically come from fat, because you think of almonds and coconuts as being higher in fat. So when they make these kind of products, they are taking the almonds and the coconuts, grinding them down, adding filtered water to it, and then adding back into it some of the nutrients that you would otherwise get in cow's milk, so they can make some comparisons on the label with the cow's milk.
The FDA is taking public comments on the labeling and naming of plant-based beverages through November 27th. You can visit regulations.gov to review the issue and comment yourself. After the comment period closes, the federal government will finalize new food labeling guidelines for these products and how those standards can be enforced. Reporting in Fauquier County, I'm Sherry McKinney.